Good evening, students, and we will discuss now the lab part, GST lab record part. We left two practical questions. We finished other questions in the classroom and in the lab. The question is given, question number 50 from the question bank. Purchased goods from registered dealer, and name of the dealer is Messrs. Modern, rupees 50,000, and rupees 5,000 was paid as advance. And he also purchased goods from unregistered dealer from Messrs. Ram, rupees 40,000, and he also purchased from goods from interstate dealer Messrs. Jyoti, 75,000. But what we have done, that goods have been returned to Messrs. Jyoti, rupees 5,000, after raising tax invoice. That means after creating tax invoice, the goods has been returned to the Messrs. Jyoti, rupees 5,000. That is called here purchase return. The purchase return has to be entered in debit note. And what is the asking? Record inward supplies in tally. Inward supplies means you have to enter all the transactions, then you have to view GSTR 1 or 2. Okay, GSTR 1 or 2. It is GSTR 2 because we entered inward supplies in GSTR 2, whereas in GSTR 1 we enter outward supplies, that means sales. And these are the purchases made by different parties here. Okay, now we'll go to the tally here. I show you. I open the tally, already created a company. Let us go how to create a company. So what is shortcut to create a company? Alt plus F3. Okay, then create a company. Already created. Now I show in the alter mode A. Okay, but name of the company Becom 3A 3E Traders have created. Enter that. This is the day how to create a company. Name of the company. Then next is mailing name. Then country India, state Telangana. Contact details is optional. Everything is optional. Enter, go on entering till that cursor ends at the last level. So already we had covered this, how to create a company. Alt plus F3. You have to print. Let me have to take a print screen and send your mail ID. Okay, so you will take Control A for saving the file. Control A. So that is saved. Come back to escape. Come back to gateway of tally. How to get enter the gateway of tally? Escape 3 times. 2 times will get to gateway of tally. Then we create different ledgers account. How to create ledger accounts from gateway of tally? A, shortcut key, A L C. Okay, ALC. But I already created ledger accounts. We list one by one. I am going for alter mode. Okay, already we have created ledger accounts. First is by default the tally will create a cash ledger. Next one, you have to create a tax ledgers. Here, what in the problem here? So see in the problem, the tax rate is not mentioned. In the problem, tax rate is not mentioned. GST tax is not mentioned. By default, I have assumed that you have to assume that some tax rate. So I assume that 18% tax rate, the GST tax rate. Okay, so I have taken the 18% tax rate. So divided equally between central and state government, central tax and state taxes. So we'll take the 18% tax rate. So we'll divide equally. So first is because you are purchasing from other party, that is called input tax. So that is called input CGST at the rate of 9%. That means central goods and services tax at the rate of 9%. You have to create again. You have to create next one. Under that again enter. So it comes under duties and taxes. Okay, this is the duties and taxes. Then what is type of duty? This is what is duties and taxes? Go for duties and taxes. Enter GST. Type of duty or type of taxes GST. Okay, then tax type central taxes. CGST means central taxes. Inventory values affected, say no always by default. And 9% because the calculation part is 9%. Remaining is same. So to save the data, to save the file, Control A. Now let us come to the next part, that is SGST, because central tax, state tax are created equally 18/2 SGST. So same pro forma, okay, it comes under duties and taxes. It is a type of duty tax as GST. It comes under state tax, okay, and inventory values affected, as you know, every time we are done in the lab, no, and percentage collection will be 9%. Okay, you control A, save it. Now we have to create IGST, because in the problem given, we'll see the problem here. In this problem, we have purchased from goods purchased from interstate dealer, Jyoti. Because what is interstate dealer? We are buying from goods from other states here. Okay, so therefore we have to pay integrated goods and services tax, that is nothing but IGST. So let us come back to tally. Okay, we have created IGST. Okay, now enter it. Already created already. So what is the input? That is called input. Whatever the goods are buying, you buying any goods or services, there is an input tax. We'll take input IGST at the rate of 18%. Here there is no division. Okay, you cannot divide 18/2, because complete 18% you have to pay tax for central government. IGST belongs to central government, which is shared later on by the central and state government. Okay, now it comes under duties and taxes. Okay, next is a GST type of tax. Next, integrated tax. Next, inventory values affected, no. Then percentage of calculation 18%, as we done. Okay, save it, control A. Okay, then you go to the input SGST already created. Now we have to go to the party name. One party name is interstate dealer, Mrs. Jyoti. Okay, so enter it. Now interstate dealer, name of the party name Jyoti, MIS Jyoti or Mrs. Jyoti, interstate dealer. Now it comes under sundry creditors, because we are buying from on credit, he becomes creditor to us, becomes under sundry creditors. Now they are very important. You have to say yes, maintain balances bill by bill. You say yes, it is by default for all the purchase or sales, or even for the debtors and creditors here. Okay, that is very important. Remaining is no, as usual. Now is interstate dealer. That means we assume that we are buying goods from other state. That's a Delhi. Okay. Now pin code we don't know. Nothing should be entered in that. Now we have to type registration type as regular, because is not composition, because nothing is mentioned. Now let us see the problem once again. Is it interstate dealer? Is it registered or not? Is it unregistered or registered? Now what is the problem says? Purchase goods from interstate dealer. Nothing is mentioned by default. We assume as a registered dealer only. Hence we have to choose registration type as registered regular, not composition, not consumer, not unregistered. So therefore we have to type this is, let us say, regular is a regular part. Okay, we have select a regular is a regular dealer, and we have typed the GSTN number. Will be giving in the problem. We start with state code, Delhi state code 07 followed by PAN number, as you know. Okay, then remaining is as it is. Save it, control A. Okay, then what is the other party? Modern, Mrs. Modern. So enter it. So it comes under, again we are buying means he becomes creditors to us. It comes under sundry creditor. Maintain balance bill by bill is, I told you every time you should be say yes. Remaining is no. And because nothing is mentioned, let us see the problem is whether it belongs to within the state, other state. Here nothing is mentioned. Okay, purchase goods from registered dealer modern means within the state only. Okay, nothing is specified. So it's a registered dealer. Again we have to need registration number, GSTN number. We'll go to the tally part. Now Telangana belongs to, within the state belongs to Telangana. Okay, enter. No pin code not required, bank details not required, PAN number not required, and we'll type as because mentioned in the problem is a regular. Okay, then type our within the state code, that is Telangana state code 36 followed by PAN number. Okay, now save it, control A. Okay, next part is RAM, MS RAM. Now let us see the problem here. What is MS RAM? Is it registered or unregistered? Now this problem says is purchase goods from unregistered dealer MS Ram, and specifically is mentioned he comes under unregistered dealer as usual, because buying from that person he is called the creditors. It comes under sundry creditor. Maintain balance bill by bill, say yes, remaining is no. And because nothing is mentioned, problem is within the state, outside the state, we had assumed it within the state only, Telangana. And he don't, because he belongs to unregistered dealer and he don't have any GSTI number, goods and services tax identification number, so we don't type any GSTI number. Okay, so we save it, control A. Okay, next, P&L account already inbuilt created, we need not create it. Next, you have to create purchase account. Okay, purchase account, as you know, every time it comes in the purchase. Okay, and inventory values affected, say yes always for purchase and sales by default. And GST applicable, it is applicable. Set alter, no, because we don't set the GST rate here, because the only one GST rate, we set the GST rate at the company level or master's level. A type of supply is goods, so control A. Okay, now go to escape, press escape, go to gateway of tally. Okay, and you have to activate GST details here. To activate GST details, press F11, press F11 key, that means function F11. Go for F3, that means statutory and taxation. Okay, go for F3 or statutory and taxation. You will get a screen, company name and statutory taxation. First is saying enable GST, say yes. Second one is saying set alter GST, because there is only one rate. A rate we assumed it. It is not giving the problem. Only one rate, we have to set GST rate company level or master level. This is called company level or master level. Setting GST rate. Say yes here. Okay. Okay. Already I tapped every state. It belongs to Telangana. Okay. Registration type regular, is not composition. SSC of other territory, no, it belongs to India. Okay. Not in Union Territory. And you have to type the GST number, that is belongs to Telangana. 36 is state code, followed by PAN number, applicable for 1/4/2019. And what is the periodic of GST year 1? Monthly, you are filing monthly return, not quarterly return. Quarterly return is for composition dealer, okay, because regular dealer. EVA applicable, say no. Enter tax liability on advance receipts, because we are not receiving any advance from any customers, only we are paying advance. Paying advance, there is no GST on goods. Remember, in making any advance payment, there is no GST on goods. Next, enter tax liability on reverse charge is very important. You see the problem here. In the problem, it mentions that, in that problem it mentions that you are buying goods from here. You are purchasing goods from unregistered dealer. Therefore, you have to pay tax, that is GST tax on behalf of RAM. Okay, that means you have to enable. That means you have to, that is called reverse charge. Normally, buyer will pay the GST rate, but in this case, because you are buying from unregistered dealer, the supplier has to pay tax on behalf of the buyer. So therefore, you have to say yes. Enable tax liability or reverse charge, say yes, because you are purchasing from unregistered dealer. You are not buying from any unregistered dealer, there is no need of saying yes, because in that one transaction, in that problem, you are buying from unregistered dealer. Enable yes. Okay, now remaining, enter. So set alter GST, yes, because there is only one GST rate. You have to set the GST rate at company level. Say yes. I taken the product name as router, okay, and random 6-digit code, HSN code, okay. This is HSN code, harmonized system or nomenclature code, and we don't type SSA code, SSA code for services. Okay, next enter. It is taxable. Okay, it is taxable. No, is reverse charge applicable? We say no, because only we say yes. The previous slide. Tax term, we had assumed as 18%. Okay, 80% tax rate, distributed equally between central and state tax. Remember, within the state you have to pay central tax and state tax. If it is outside the state, you have to pay integrated tax, 18%. Okay, control A. Okay, then no changes should be made. Control A. Okay, then same, no change should be made for the control A. Okay, then another point, very important point. Now in this problem here, it is mentioned that the last one, you are buying goods from interstate dealer from Mrs. Jyoti. What happened after that? Goods returned to Miss Jyoti because this comes under purchase returns, or the purchase returns had to be entered in debit note. So therefore, in the tally, you have to activate debit note and credit note. Okay. So how to activate debit and note and credit note? So we will come to gateway of tally. Escape it. Okay. Now press F11. F11. Press F11. You will get accounting features. Press A. Okay. You will get this screen, accounting features. Here, where here you will find. Here you will find under invoicing head. Invoicing you will find use debit and credit notes. Yes. Okay. And record credit note invoice mode. Say yes. Record debit note invoice mode. Say yes. All this you have to set to yes only. This is how to activate debit note and credit note in tally. Okay. Now control A. Control A. Now you activated GST, you activated debit and credit note. Okay, come back, escape, come back to gateway of tally. Then we have to see whether all ledger accounts are created or not. We'll see it next. Second.